So to work on the kettlebell clean, we have to first understand what the clean is. At its core, the kettlebell clean is about getting the kettlebell from a lower position, either the floor or from a backswing to the rack position. Before learning the kettlebell clean, it's a good idea to get a handle on the single arm swing because the mechanics are pretty much the same. The main difference is that rather than swinging out and up, you're actually bringing the kettlebell quite close to you and landing with the kettlebell in the rack position. Same as with the kettlebell swing, your hips are launching the bell. The only difference is your arm guides the bell up to the rack position. So there's still very little arm action. You're not pulling it up, but you are guiding it up to the rack position. A good way to drill that hand motion is to not use a bell and just think about drawing a line with your thumb up the center of your torso until your thumb lands at about clavicle height. So it looks kind of like this, and up, back down. Up here and back down. You can think about keeping the elbow pretty close to the body. You're not coming out and back in, but it also doesn't have to be glued to your body as well. The main thing is just thinking about drawing that line up the center of your torso and keeping your arm sort of close to the body the whole time. So when you set up for the single arm clean, it's the same as the single arm swing. Stand behind the bell, shoulders back and down, brace your core, hinge forward, grab the bell, and you hike it and clean it, remembering to draw that line up the center of your torso. So it looks like this. So to hold the kettlebell in the rack position, you want to make sure that this curve of the bell sits in this curve of the hand between the index finger and the thumb, like so. You want to make sure the handle of the kettlebell is sitting at about a 45-degree angle across the palm. You want to make sure the wrist is stacked in line with the forearm. I don't want to see the wrist get pulled back by the bell. You're going to be actively resisting that. Your thumb is going to be attached to the chest, touching the clavicle. Your elbow is going to be tight to your torso, and the bell is going to be making contact with your bicep, your forearm, and your chest. You should be working to hold this position, but it shouldn't be uncomfortable.